Once upon a time, in a small village in Nigeria, there lived a little girl named Ngozi. She was the house help for a wealthy woman named Mrs. Adesua. Every day, Mrs. Adesua would scold Ngozi and make her do all the difficult chores in the house. Ngozi would sweep, mop, and cook tirelessly, but Mrs. Adesua was never satisfied. She would yell at Ngozi for the tiniest mistakes, and sometimes even withhold her food as punishment. Despite all the mistreatment, Ngozi remained kind and gentle. She never complained and always wore a smile on her face. One day, a stranger came to Mrs. Adesua's house. She was a kind-hearted woman who noticed how poorly Ngozi was treated. She spoke to Mrs. Adesua about treating Ngozi with kindness and respect, but Mrs. Adesua just laughed it off. However, the stranger's words planted a seed of change in Mrs. Adesua's heart. She began to see Ngozi in a new light and realized the error of her ways. But will Mrs. Adesua truly change her behavior toward Ngozi? Watch out for part 2.